Top of the morning to you, 8:18. Welcome to Island Tea. Don't forget, we're also simulcast on Channel 40. That's TVC. If you happen to be on vacation, just knocking around at home and all that, couch potato in the daytime. You do you. That's cool.
But you have to tell them they must tune in so they can couch potato and tune in at the same time. Good morning. Oh.
Good morning to everyone. I trust everyone has had a very wonderful weekend. It is Monday, for many the first working day of the week. And so I want to say a pleasant morning to everybody who is tuned in, logged on to Island Tea. How have you been, Kortensia?
I would say fairly okay. You said it's the first. I swear I work consecutively.
Generally
I don't
speaking.
I don't know first, second,
of
third,
course,
fourth.
that's why I say generally speaking, because there's always exceptions for most, not all.
Oh,
you understand? So I know that you
work is never
yes.
done.
Yeah.
Never ever done. But I had a good weekend. What about yourself? What did you do for your dad for Father's Day? It was Father's Day yesterday. I hope the dads had a good Father's Day.
Yes. Now that you mentioned that, I attended the Father's Day luncheon with my father at
nice.
Royal St. Kitts. East Bastia Pam had a luncheon for fathers at Royal St. Kitts. Very well attended. Very nice food. Very beautiful. The environment beautifully adorned. Persons beautifully dressed. So well put together everything.
I guess it wasn't out by the pool, was it?
No, it wasn't by the pool.
Oh, no.
It was
probably too hot.
No,
seriously, yeah.
It was Pat, the conferences are usually held.
Oh, in the conference room.
Yeah, in the conference
so
room.
So as soon as you go in the one on the right. Okay.
And so as you go in, there was steel plan being played.
That's good.
Very nice.
I'm happy that the dads,
yes,
most dads got the recognition that they needed, because as I said, it's not widely celebrated. I was not in town for the weekend, so I can't tell you if I saw persons on the side with the gifts and stuff like we normally see for Mother's Day. But I hope that.
Oh no! So as I said before, it was.
We don't get that.
It was a Pam East Bastia branch, but of course, those of us from the other constituencies did put our support there.
Nice.
But it was mainly the East Bastia, so it was really wonderful.
Oh, so it was the new leader of Pam's constituency.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Natasha Shani Gribbles. Cool. Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Jamsa, how was your Father's Day?
It was good.
What did you do?
I just hung out home and.
You just hung out.
Took your leg the other day. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really get worked up over these days, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all those fathers out there, we want to wish you well. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue supporting your children, and continue to be the role models that you are, especially in the lives of your children, showing that support and care, because it's necessary. Very much necessary. We see children going astray. We see so many young men involved in criminal activity, and you're not born a criminal. You're not born with offenses. So the family is very important. It's a very important structure to ensure that that values and morals coming out of that home, that sector of the society, is strong enough to withstand the pressures of the external, environs out of the home. Yes.
Yep, indeed.
I want to also say, to a word of caution, and when the police officers get here, I was told, and there is the tree by down from the road, there's a street that takes you up to the Virtuous High School, and there's a flamboyant tree right there. It's rotten, and it is seen as a hazard right now. So persons who are walking across, be very careful. I was told that it could be falling apart. So I want to encourage persons to be very careful. When the police officers come, I will just indicate to them, because we have traffic talk, because that could be, you never know. That could be a traffic incident, so we don't want to happen, So in terms of vehicular,
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, that could be something that would revolve around, could be personal too,
So
in case
are they gonna
persons
cut it down?
well, it is encouraged to look at the tree and do what needs to be done in order to make sure that it's safe for everyone involved or who are surrounding it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, of course, there are other things in the news. If we recall, there's the PLP convention that was held on Saturday.
Good morning, Jamdang. I saw you.
I saw you too, Jamdong. I saw you brightly ordained in your orange.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Good
The
on you.
PLP convention, the PLP held its 11th annual convention. And, they had the remarks. The guest speaker was the former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, the third Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Baldwin Spencer.
Yeah.
And he is a member of the UPP, which is the United Progressive Party in
That's the
Antigua and Barbuda.
opposition.
Yes, the opposition party. That is, strangely enough, was founded from like all the other, at the time, opposition parties came together to form that party, But I think that Mr. Spencer, I listened to his presentation, and it was a lot of food for thought, especially coming from someone whose party is in opposition as well. He gave what I would like to say some very quote-worthy statements, sentences. One of them that really is first and foremost in my mind is the fact that he said, when the people are looking to the opposition for answers or solutions, then you know that the government isn't doing what it ought to be doing. And that really stuck to me. I mean, I paraphrase it as because I can't remember he said word for word, but generally that is what he said. When the people are looking towards the opposition for solutions, that's when you know the government isn't doing what it ought to do. And so that really stuck to me, especially as we look at present circumstances and, being a member of a party in opposition as well. I looked at the convention. Really, Timothy Harris, he came out and in his normal style, dancing to the music, and his speech, speaking about the traveling when it comes to the ministers. He spoke about the reduction in social assistance. He spoke about the increase in homicides. And basically, what would be considered, seemingly that the government isn't really seem to have a control over what is happening in terms of that. He spoke about the MSR scenario. Persons were listening to that. And he did speak about, he made his presentation again. He makes his presentation very down to earth. There is comedy also associated with his presentation as well.
I even see they were using the song that the government had used when they were campaigning. So I was like, oh boy.
Get rid of them. Yeah. And you heard him singing along with the music. Get rid of them and dancing.
Oh boy.
So and then in the convention as well, young people and fathers were highlighted. They were given awards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were given awards and
I didn't see that part of it.
Yeah.
No.
So they had young people from the various constituencies given awards.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I really think we're getting better at this Father's Day situation. And kudos to everybody.
Yes. So I don't know if there are persons out there who listen to the PLP's convention, those who listened, if you want to tune in and give us your opinion on it, what you thought of it, this is the opportunity to do so. You understand? Again, just to reiterate the point, there we have seen 3 political parties on St. Kitts had held their convention. The St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party on May 19th held its convention, and again had its speaker from Jamaica, from the PNP, And then
there's opposition too in Jamaica right now.
yeah, the opposition in Jamaica. You had the People's Action Movement, whereby you had the guest speaker, the former Speaker of the House, and a member, chairperson of the UPP in Antigua.
Oh, so you had an Antiguan speaker as well.
Yeah, so, and then you had the former Prime Minister and a trustee of the UPP speak at the People's Labour Party's convention just this Saturday.
Well, that was actually my next question, because I know he doesn't have a seat, right? So he's a trustee. That's his.
Yeah,
okay.
he's a trustee.
Okay.
The constitution for the
okay.
UPP allows for trustees, and that is what he is based on my information. Looking at it as well, I want to say for the Labour Party, I think it was the General Secretary of the PNP that was the featured
Jamaica,
speaker. And I remember...
you guys had someone from Barbados, right?
No, we had from Antigua.
Somebody was...
We had Antigua.
Nobody was from Barbados.
So the PLP and the PAM and the PLP had speakers from the UPP.
Yeah. And there was also a guy there from Grenada, because he was even mentioned.
Oh, so they had... Okay, that's okay.
That was for the PLP. They had fraternal greetings.
Who did Labour have?
Labour had... I think it's...
Somebody from Barbados? Right?
No, from Jamaica. I think it's Clayton.
Dr. Campbell.
It's Dr. Campbell. Maybe it could be... Yeah, it could be that.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I know it began with a C.
Yeah.
And I think it's the General Secretary. So whoever is the General Secretary of the PNP, you understand? That is who Labour had. And I remember listening to that one as well. And he was really saying, while in government, look out for the people. You have to look out for the people.
Was it the Honorable Baldwin Spencer, or was it the gentleman from Grenada who brought fraternal greetings that admonished the folks to campaign right after the convention was done? I can't remember, but that's true. People should be campaigning all the time, and not just when it's election. You normally see them.
Actually, I take that to mean. I've heard people talk about. I've heard people criticize some politicians and some governments in some circles. I've heard it said of, was it Trump that said of it? And in his first term, and also, I think they may have said it of Team Unity, that constant campaigning, meaning everything is everything is a,
and it should be.
I don't. But you see,
I understand. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And I get what you're saying too. I think that the political arms of the party should be campaigning, but when you have the government, the government, you leave that out. But the political arm, and you find
those that are, what are you saying? Those that are not in government should be the ones that are.
No, meaning the party versus the Okay, let's say you're the ruling government. You're the ruling party.
Okay, let's use our ruling party right now,
but separate from the government. Like, for example, you never hear Mr. Biden say, "Oh, the Democratic Party did this." You say the government did this.
Also, let me just clarify.
Rather than making it political,
the speaker for the Labour Party's convention, the PNP's General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Yeah, I remember Campbell.
Okay. Yes.
Dr. Campbell, that's all I can remember.
Dr.
Nothing
Campbell.
else.
So what Jamsa is saying, and I get his point, is the fact that you have persons, the representative, they are elected, they do go to government. And so you're not really campaigning well in government, but your party, the machinery of your party, meaning you have, and again,
the folks in the office. Not those folks you would use to campaign, like they normally would?
I see what he's saying. Instead of, when you become government, you say the government of Sinkers and Negus, but then your political arm, which is, for example, the Labour Party, they could go out and they could canvass, the party canvassing rather than government officials canvassing and stuff like that. So you have the government front. The government is run by the same persons who are in the political parties, more or less.
Yes.
But when you go on the ground, you go as a party. So while you're operating in government, you operate from a neutral standpoint, I guess, whereby you are saying that the government is implemented these sort of strategies and stuff like that.
So why can't you campaign as a minister of government still?
No, we're not saying that you don't campaign as a minister of government, but you don't use government platforms or government ran initiatives as campaign.
I'm not saying that. On your days off and whatever, you go with your peoples. And
but that's, I think, the point that he was making, that you run government as you run government, objectively neutral. But your party does what it does to ensure that, you're still touching and reaching out to the persons.
Yeah, and we certainly need to have a sharper delineation between party and government here. Okay, it's 8:33. we have traffic talk.
We have done.
Yeah, she's there.
Okay, great, no problem.
The Sound 98.9. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury.
And we are back on Island T, and as promised, we have the lovely Donnelly here with us on Traffic Talk. So Donnelly, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, thank you. Good morning to all. I hope you guys had a great weekend.
Yes, we did. We certainly did. How was your weekend?
Not as good as I wanted it to be because the tragedy on Saturday. So.
Saturday.
But.
Oh yes. How did we fail to mention condolences to the family, friends, well-wishers of Mr. Dexter Tyrrell, on his passing? Yes. I do wish to express my deepest sympathy to the family,
Ditto.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that, Donnelly. Honestly, it was fresh on the brain, but you come in and it slips.
Yeah,
because everybody, I was speaking to somebody else this morning, actually Judith from J's Shop and Save, and she was like, oh my God, she said I hit her heart. She started crying.
Yeah.
So he seemed like he was really a good gentleman, and he made positive impacts on almost everyone here in St. Kitts.
Sure did. Yeah. Let us go to God this morning, dear Father, we come before you this morning, dear God. Thank you, dear God, for just waking us up. Just waking us up this morning in our right minds. And You know, dear God, at this moment, some of us are very broken. We are wounded. And so we come before you, dear God, for comfort in these times. These families, dear God, who have, whatever the situation is, dear God, those who have lost a family member, those who are ailing, we bring them all before you, knowing, dear God, that you are the healer, the provider. And whatever it is, dear God, we know that you're going to take full control. We ask these things in your name and no other name.
Amen.
Amen. Yes.
So this morning, guys, I wanted to do an open program this morning, but before I start my program, good morning to the persons in Wagerland, and for always joining our program. We're always so happy to have you. For the criticisms, be it good or bad, it makes us stronger, gives us a better connection, and we get to do our work more effectively once we get the information from you as to where we are, the areas that need to be looked after. Now, this morning I wanted to do an open program. Persons can call in, because, you know, sometimes the half an hour gets by so quickly, persons just don't get a chance to call in. But then, as I was driving, coming, a few things came to my mind, and I said, let me just mention, because the topics I'm going to mention, they're going to need to go into details, but I will just mention a few so that persons could be aware of some of the offenses that we have that's happening here in our Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. When persons are seeking, when persons are breaking down buildings, or persons are having an event, permission must be granted from the licensing authority. And let me explain what I am speaking about. Persons think that it's okay for them to place objects in the street, on the sidewalk, because they're probably breaking down a government building, or they're breaking down a church, or even for some persons, their personal homes. Whenever there's going to be a block, or whenever there's going to be an obstruction with the free flow of traffic, the licensing authority must be informed. If Skelec is going to pull some wires that is going to affect the obstruction, and I'm just giving an example, they have to write to the Commissioner of Police. If Flo is going to pull some wires, they must write to the licensing authority. In all fairness, to some companies, things happen. For example, this morning, you might have power outage. And so Skelec did not know that they would have had to block Central Street. So it's something sudden. But what they need to do, they call the traffic department. We have an emergency, and this is what is happening. The traffic department is now aware of the situation. We go down, we assess, make sure that the traffic is flowing, or if we need to barricade any area, or if we need to cone off any area, then we do that.
Okay.
But notification is important, so that we can be aware. When persons are trying to get to the Monday morning rush, and they see a block, they get highly offended. Sometimes it's not even the police.
And
police on the road again, they're stopping me. And this time it is Flo having a breakdown.
And I could concur with you in those statements, because, you know, sometimes you, especially Monday morning, you're trying to get where you're going. And with so many, what I want to say, we can't use the streets, especially in Bastille, as we like, because there's so many rules there's one way here, there's no turning there. And so if someone blocks the route without notice that you usually take, it could cause you to have a delay in getting where you want to get to by sometimes maybe 10 or more minutes.
And that is very true. So sometimes it's an act that persons, yes, they don't have any control over.
Yes.
Some persons, however, make it their duty to place chairs in the street, holding parking spaces for their friends. Some persons have their own personal cones that they place in the street or on the side of the street. Not only that, some persons uses traffic cones.
So where did they get those from?
Because, we're delinquent and we would, there might be a function and we would have failed to move the cones when they were supposed to be moved. And so persons would take the opportunity to snatch one or two and snuck them away in their business places and then bring them out for them the appropriate time.
Wow.
Let's take Central Street, for example. Central Street, every morning, there is a particular individual or individuals who gets to Central Street by, let's say, 7 o'clock, and they cone off the areas for their friends, for Development Bank, National Bank. So we're asking person to desist because it's an offense. So the only person that to place objects in the street is the police. Even if you get permission from the Commissioner of Police and you call and you say, "Officer, I have my letter here. I got permission from the Commissioner of Police for me to put 2 cones here by Rams." The officer is supposed to take those cones and place them, him or herself. Because, sometimes, how we are, I think it's somebody might see my good friend here placing a cone in the street and think, "Oh, well, is he putting it there?" That ain't me, that is of no value. And they would move it and do whatever they want to do. So even in these cases, you get permission from the police, the licensing authority would have given you permission to put the objects in the street, you still have to get the officer at the traffic department to come and place those cones.
You see, as Donnelly talked, she spoke about coming here and having an open mic session and then certain things to her mind. And you see, some things you can't beat experience. She has been in this area for so long that there's so many things that she sees that she could speak about and relevant things. Because as I listened to her this morning, these are things that we might take for granted, but are so relevant and very timely.
Thank you so much. 10th. Persons have
we have a call? Yes.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on LNT.
Tell Donnelly sorry for greetings. Tell Donnelly sorry to break her thought, but just remember where she was. We noticed on the main road going in the country, challenges right through. Vehicles park on the main road and it causes a vibes. You can legislate something, make some kind of sound towards whoever it's concerned to make people stop parking on the main road. Yeah, it's not a good thing. I mean, there's so many chucky places that they can park. I mean, why people have to park on main road and the road them small already? I feel like the main road should leave to a free flow. No park unless your parking is quick and you will move again. But this whole heap of parking on the main road, it's not good. It's not good at all. That's our observation we made, and we feel like something should be done about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Continue your reasoning.
So before Donnelly continues, thank you, caller. I just want to mention again, because I said I would mention it when the police is here. So down by the Virtuals High School, the road that takes you up to the Virtuals High School, I received a call last evening about the flamboyant tree being of a hazard because it seems as though it's rotten. And so it could be a potential traffic incident if it is, vehicles are passing by, and it could be of a personal matter if persons are walking along. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And what normally happens is we would normally call park and beaches, and they would speak to the relevant persons as to the area where the tree is for them to send the persons to go and have it. And I can make a note of that, and I can have the gentleman at park and beaches deal with that matter.
No problem. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
I think with the with the point Eli was making about the parking, it's something it's something I always think about when I drive through, and I realize it's almost a insurmountable task to find parking for some areas. I mean, like, I imagine Challengers would be a big problem, and even down in Rochas where he was not Rochas, where he mentioned Challengers, yeah. He did mention, yeah. So yeah, some of those places would be a problem, and ideally it would be nice if people had places to park, but it'd be very expensive to try and find a fix for that. So I guess we have to live with it. But yeah, the cars on the road is a big problem sometimes, for real.
And that is true, but that is something that we would deal with at another program. Let us get the information out.
Yes.
Permission to block the road whenever you're having an event. If you're having a block party, even though you're having the block party in a village, it doesn't give you the right to just put a tent and say, oh, my neighbors are going to use the other street. Permission must be given. The police now have a site where you can log on. It's www.police.kn, and when you get to that site, it's going to take you to a page that says events permission. And once you go into that event permission, it brings up all, it takes you from one to the next. It guides you along to get permission in order for you to
step by step.
Yes, to do block parties and anything to do with music. Persons who are building. Some persons have a tendency to, I'm building and I have my sand and my dirt, and I live in Taylor's village and it is not the main road, and so I can just throw my dirt here and my sand here, and the other villagers have a problem in passing because they have to walk off of the sidewalk into the road, and that's a hazard. And so we are asking the persons, those of us or those of you who are in the habit of making the sidewalk for your personal use, placing dirt, sand, whatever, housing materials, whatever it is, that is an offense in our law books.
Hello?
Caller, go right ahead.
Caller.
Hello, good morning. Peace to you all. Just a question, I'll comment, officer. How you all doing this morning? Question is, what is the policy or the procedure for when they're doing road work to diversion for persons who, traverse and reach to a place? The reason why I asked the question is that I was traveling, boom, just bump up on a diversion, and it took me up Green Hill to come down in Care, the area. But if I did know the area, I would have never known where to go. And you're up in the mountain area. So I'm not sure what the policy is or the procedure, how that is done. But for me, I'm just looking at, I'm from St. Kitts, but there are other persons who are from here as well, but they may not know these roads. Is to have proper signage to direct, and also signage not to direct you to where exactly to go. But when you meet in roadworks, you have 100 meters walk ahead. So when you come in, people know people are working, so they could, start slowing down and so forth. And then it's to encourage, especially those who will be working underground, not to have the cones too close to them. I don't know if you remember a gentleman got killed in Sandy Point when he was down in a hole. I think it was the floor or one of those things. A vehicle ran over him and hit him. Because what happened, there's no saying to say, road work ahead, and the cones are just around where they are working. And we're dealing with vehicles. Vehicles cannot, even when you're walking or running, you cannot stop automatically like that. You want to have a little run off or walk off. So I'm just asking, but just in case, that you, in your good office, could make recommendations for things like that. I know there are some reasons, I'm not going to say it on the radio, but there are some countries, when they're having words like that, police officers are there for specific reasons. Okay? Maybe you in the work, you should know where I'm coming from. But it's to make sure words like that, the police are properly involved to have markations, warnings, and to even direct the persons when they're working. Because some persons, when they're working, they believe, I am doing a work, so therefore person must stop. Accident will happen. All of us who drive now, you get up in the morning, you drive off good, you stop. When you turn off, you have no brake or something like that. Thank you very much for listening to me. God bless you, the neighbors. Peace to all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for
thank
your
you,
contribution.
Caller. Yes, thank you so much for that caller. And if I can respond, I think that the caller has valid points. Signage is important, and I think I could remember having that conversation on this very same radio program about signage. Signage is one of the things that we lack in St. Kitts. You know, even our own roundabouts, even the streets, stop signs, no entry, we're lacking.
And especially to the caller's point, with a view to safety.
Yes, and so I think the caller is referring to, when I heard him speak about Green Hill, I think he's referring to the recent Green Valley Festival that they had. And if I can speak to it, what is supposed to happen, the Green Valley Committee is supposed to write to the Commissioner of Police, seeking for permission to have the Green Valley event, and let the licensed authority know what their intentions are. And so if their intentions are to have a jam session, you must, in that letter, say to the licensing authority, we're having a jam session, it's going to be at the main road in Cayon, and so there will be diversions. And so you explain everything in your letter to the Commissioner of Police, the licensing authority, so that we can do radio programs, social media, put signage so persons are aware. And the caller is correct. Persons were all over the place on that morning. The person had no clue, no idea where they were going. I live right in the area to where the diversion came, and I'm standing in my yard and persons are trying to get, where am I going? Where am I supposed to go? Persons had no idea. And so that is for us to fix. The general public needs to be aware. We, the police officers, have a duty. The persons who are having their event must also inform us of what they're having, and so we can make preparations for these events, so that we're having a diversion, and so a sign must be at the bottom of Spooner's Road saying, take this road, take the road on the left. From here you're going to head to Green Hill. And these are the things that persons are looking for. So I understand where the caller is coming from, and I thank the caller for that information.
Caller, go right ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Carl. How are you?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad for my age.
Wonderful.
And and good morning to the officers there. Donnelly, a couple of things. From Cotton Thomas at the village school, they're going down that road, you know, the housing project goes straight down there. There's a bus there in the road there for many years now. And people are vandalizing that bus day by day, week by week, month by month. And it's causing a hazard there. Because when you look at the bus, the People's Action Movement have a main gate there to go in. If they come with a container, they can't get in. And that bus been there for years, and they are vandalizing it. Could you and maybe Solid Waste work together, and maybe could you all find out the owner and get that bus moved from there? The other observation is when you reach to the top of College Street, the little roundabout there, you know, the lady sell the provision on the other side there by the preschool. on the other side there is a bar. You realize there's so people are making their a vehicle dump, the little piece of land there so. There's a very big bus there again too. People are vandalizing that. Jeep, car, and people vehicles that broken down. They seem to just bringing it up College Street and just resting it there to say, well, that's the vehicle dump. Just a little further down too, there's a next piece of land there by the bridge. Somebody done throw a vehicle there too, and it's there quite a while, months now. It is not usable. It's about 4 or 5 vehicles up there. People just dumping the vehicles there. And there is a good area. People could do a little vending, a little business there, but people is making it a junkyard. Gone. So if you and solid waste could work together and find the owners to remove these vehicles thing, people just can't dump the vehicle everywhere and anywhere. Gone.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you for that information, Carla. And just to note that it's less than 3 months ago that we would have cleaned that area. Less than 3 months ago, we would have cleaned that very area. As long as he's speaking in the area that's next to the Moravian church. Yeah. Yes, we would have cleaned that area. As a matter of fact, I can specifically speak to a gentleman who came to the traffic department and had us nicely cursed out because we would have gotten the tow truck to move his vehicles. Because we've been putting notices and we're not getting any
responses.
Yes, and no feedback. And so we had to do what we had to do. So I understand where the call is coming from.
Well, talk about wrong and strong, and I'm pretty sure the person didn't live in that area, right?
No, he didn't, and that's true. He didn't.
Yeah, that's what.
He doesn't.
Carl is saying they're using it as a dump.
Wow.
Grounds.
Yeah. So now that he would have expressed that here on the radio show, we will now have to go back and look to see. Make sure what is happening over there in that area.
Okay, let's take a few more calls. 9 o'clock. Caller, go right ahead. On to the next caller. Okay. Yeah, we just had 2 calls, but they just dropped out. Go ahead, Donna.
I wanted to bring to the attention as well, to the general public, of those vehicles that are broken down and they're still on the government's road. Licensed or unlicensed. The law speaks to broken down vehicles in our regulations. It speaks specifically to vehicles that are not working. Broken down vehicles mean, I say, oh, nothing is wrong with the vehicle, only the engine ain't working. It's broken down. And so what person does, they park their vehicles in front of their property and think that it's okay. It's not licensed, it's broken down, it's missing an engine, it's missing a windscreen, and you think that it's okay. Now the law clearly states that once a vehicle is broken down, it says in our 15.06 in the regulation 48.2, it speaks specifically to broken down vehicles. And so whether or not your vehicle is licensed or unlicensed, as long as your vehicle is not working, it is not drivable, it is not moving, you are committing an offense. Let us take the inspection agencies who license people's vehicle without even seeing the vehicle. The reason why I brought up that point is because the same broken down vehicle, the engine is not working, but the person wants to either keep their number plate or they want to keep their spot on the road thinking that it's okay, and they go to the agency that they normally go to. They know who they are. They go to the agencies and they give the agency the insurance paper and their money. The agency takes it to the window, write up a form, and gives you the inspection paper, and you take that to Inland Revenue. All this time the vehicle is still sitting outside your house, not being able to drive. But yet you have an inspection paper saying that your vehicle has passed the inspection.
I didn't even know that was possible.
And that creates more work for the police. Because when you have your broken down vehicle sitting outside of your home not working, and you have a form from the inspection agency saying that your vehicle is roadworthy. Not only that, there are inspection agencies who vehicles are drivable, but somebody get up this morning and say, me and Peter, boy, May has passed, and my vehicle hasn't been licensed, and it's not insured either, but I'm still driving it. So they go to the inspection agency again, and they give them the documents again, and they pass. Now, the following day, that same vehicle now has the sticker, because they already went in and revenue, they got the sticker. So now the vehicle is on the road, it's driving. The police stops you at Johnson's Long Path. The sticker, green sticker for 2024. 2024, 2025. He stops you and the officer says, your vehicle wheel showing thread. Your tint is too dark. Can I have your driver's license, please? And this is your response, Mr. Jamster. Oh, I just inspect my vehicle yesterday and see my paper here and it passed the inspection. Because the inspection agency did not see the vehicle. The vehicle was inspected, but he did not see the vehicle. So all the worn tires and the heavily tinted and the number plate broken, they did not see that, but they collected the money. And so we are quite aware, and that is the reason to note, to today, we are working on these agencies. And somebody is going to say, oh, licensing authority is trying to take it out of somebody's mouth, but they're offending the law. And you, in your right mind, as a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis and as a taxpayer, should be more reasonable one and more honest, because you're making it difficult for other road users. And so we need to get all these things. I mean, there are so many things that need to be straightened out. And we're working maybe slowly, but we are trying our best. But we need the assistance of the inspection agencies, the persons who are applying the tint, the person who is making the number plates, and these persons are helping the offenders to do wrong. And so we need to, as good law-abiding citizens, let us just move forward into working with the licensing authority in making sure that all these persons who are trying to offend the law, that we bring them under the right umbrella.
Okay, let's take this call. This person next. Thanks for your patience, call. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Hello? Oh, I guess they're not there.
I just heard something.
Yeah, they were, okay. Caller, go right ahead.
Hello?
Hey, go ahead.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, the last example that Donnelly was setting there, shouldn't that agency be charged a fine or lose their license for a while? There should be a penalty for that. I mean, that is something that the government needs to put in place, a penalty. When you falsely give people document that is not correct, because, and as you said, the vehicle were not inspected, but they got passed inspection and it was not seen. They should be given a fine, and if they continue to do it, they should lose their license for a while. You have a good day.
Thank you for
Good morning, Donna.
Good morning.
I have a question. And I guess probably Easy could probably help with this one too. If you have a situation where because I thought of it while you were talking, I think you may have even mentioned it. Someone could have a vehicle on the road that's down, but they go and pay the insurance, thinking, well, okay, they do everything, including the insurance, thinking, well, okay, it's not drivable now, but if someone hits that lead, at least the insurance will cover it. Does that work? How does that work?
Well, that is for the insurance. Once Inland Revenue gets an insurance form and inspection form, they're not liable for anything else, because they got the document to say, well, the vehicle is insured and the vehicle is is inspected, and so they got the documents to license the vehicle. So you cannot blame the inland revenue for that.
Their duty is just to you submit those documents with the assumption that those persons who were supposed to do their job did their job.
Mm-hmm.
But what if what if it was a case where, let's say, the vehicle was running and it was licensed, but maybe some part went bad and you.
Well,
I guess that's a little different.
Yes, that's different.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, Mr. Jamster, that remember that we have third-party insurance and we also have full coverage insurance, and so your vehicle your vehicle insurance may very well be good for a year, while the vehicle licensing may be expired. If you get where I'm coming, for example, my vehicle ends with a 4, and so my vehicle insurance expires in April, but my insurance expires in August. If you understand where I'm coming from? So sometimes the insurance and the license they're not on the same at the same timing.
Yeah.
So somebody can have an insured vehicle
At the time,
and it's broken down.
I guess this is
or
why
it's not licensed.
This is why we have to read the fine print, right?
And that's why you're supposed to be very cautious. And then the insurance, when your insurance has expired in terms of the year, they call you. They call you and they say, would you like to renew with us? We realize that you're driving, and as you drive from X date, it would be considered an uninsured vehicle. Yes, so the insurance company really does call out.
Oh yes, they do. They really do.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yes,
give me one. I want to respond to the last caller, about the penalty, and I just want to let the general public know that we are working on a document now for those agencies that are abusing the system. If for want of a better statement, they're abusing the system, and so we're working on a document for them right as I speak.
Okay, caller, go right ahead.
Yes, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, my friend Azard.
Good morning, Jam Down.
You good for sure.
Yes.
Donnelly.
Good morning.
The biggest thing around here right now is this latter noise. People putting band speaker in vehicles at night, driving through the communities, them disturbing the old people them who is 666. What happened to that? I ain't doing nothing to. I gotta do a serious drive, with all these things that you're talking about, right, Now when you look at over the place where you clean the other day, I can't see how you're cleaning it. But it's not just there. And the west part of Market Street, you got a man, and the man in New National, the man doing mechanic work down there, blocking the drain. A youngster, I want to congratulate the young man who is cleaning Upper Market Street, right down to Bookshop. We want to congratulate him. When I Rasta man doing good things, Jamnang will congratulate you. You're keeping it good. And we're thankful for that, and we're thankful for you. Donnelly, you have to come better than that. Last night, I come here, and talk to you all concerning people coming across Liverpool, not going around the car, just driving. But some SSU man was there last night to see a bike man do it. And that lady who was on top of the bike, I was sorry for her after she nearly fall. Because he tried to get away. But the man swing around so fast. Oh my God, Father, have mercy on this.
So you see the police is working?
They're working, but they must listen to people too. You all ain't listening. That's why it's getting out of hand like that. Use the media, put these things in the ear, let them know it's no nonsense. Because they're causing problem. This is them down here talking, I born here.
Thank you, Jam Down.
Thank you, Jam Down.
And so, Mr. Jam Down, you would always have persons who will be disrespectful to you. We don't have a perfect country, and so we don't have perfect taxpayers. We don't have perfect persons living under the umbrella of St. Kitts and Nevis. We have persons from from all walks of life, and persons are going to be disrespectful in any case. However, we do try our best. We can't have police everywhere. We try our best to put the police in the area where you think that is really necessary and needed. But the general public need to do their part as well, because we can't be everywhere. If we would say to ourselves, man, I can't park this broken down vehicle here, it is against the law, then the police wouldn't have to worry about that. And let us speak to Market Street. Mr. Jam, down in all fairness to the police, we would have done some work in Market Street. We would have done plenty work in Market Street. Now, when we would have moved, just like you having a tint on your vehicle is heavily tinted. For example, on Thursday, I removed a tint from a taxi gentleman. He came to the traffic department to inspect his vehicle. I said to him, I can't pass your vehicle. Because the tint is too dark. He said, oh, but you did not put on a tint maker. I said, the law give me that, the law provides that section for me where I must be able to step from the outside of the vehicle and see inside clearly. You know, I saw the vehicle yesterday. He came back, he took off the tint. He said, oh, he can't come off because it's factory tint. It came from from Japan like that. And he went on and on. And I listened, because they like to say police don't listen. And I listened. And I did not pass the vehicle, but he came back. And all the tint was removed. However, I saw him yesterday.
And the tint back on.
I'm driving, and I remember the number in my head, and the tints are back on.
That is usually the case.
So these are the things that we face within this country.
He's probably doing a face palm now if he's listening.
And so...
I saw you.
Yes.
Yep, sure did.
Donnelly, just before you go on, there was a comment on the Facebook page, and it says, officer, on average, from your experience, how long does it take for the traffic department to process a scene? And what is the average turnaround time from your experience for a traffic accident investigation here in St. Kitts and Nevis?
I think the person is trying to put the officer on a spot. Thank you for that question, caller. What really happens sometimes, and I'm not making any excuses, because I am a very straight up officer. Because when we are wrong, you have to know we are wrong. Because we're not perfect persons. So I don't want persons to go around thinking that we're perfect police officers. Because we are police officers and we're also civilians. You understand? Because we are out of uniform sometimes, and so sometimes we're about our own business. However, sometimes an officer gets a call. For example, the officer goes into work Monday morning at 8, and 8:05 he gets a call. There was a traffic accident at Buckley's roundabout. And so the officer leaves the department, let's say 5 minutes after, and he goes to the scene of the accident. There were 2 officers on duty most of the time.
Yeah.
Those 2 officers goes to the scene of the accident, and while they're at the scene of the accident, another call comes in. Another call comes in. And this happens for real, especially on a Monday morning. So you have like 5 accidents coming in one time. Now, one of the officer, they get the information, we make a call, we wager them in. One of the officers leave the scene of that first accident and go on to the second accident, while there were 3 other accidents waiting. Sometimes it takes them forever, depending on the nature of the accident. Sometimes it might be a hit and run, which would be a fast turnover, depending on where they have. Somebody might say, oh, no place is fine, St. Kitts. Everything is in close proximity. But no, sometimes traffic. And so for me, I will not sit here and say that the officer should get to an accident scene in 10 minutes or an officer should get to an accident scene in a half an hour, because the officer might leave the department or a scene of another accident to go to your accident that you would have called in, but something would have happened on the way. I would have seen and know that I am traveling from the station, get called for an accident at Buckley's, and while I'm going to Buckley's, there's an accident by the gas station. And then, so here am I, there were 2 accidents. Now, what am I supposed to do? Now, I stop and I say, bearing in mind some other officers on the scene of another accident. So the turnover timing for an accident, it all depends on the situation. However, investigation, when you're investigating an officer, the onus is on the officer to have conversation. An accident happened today, Tuesday. Thursday, have a call. Make a call to the person. We had an accident on Tuesday. I'm doing my investigation. I will get back in touch with you. I need you to come in and give me a statement. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And so I always say to persons who get into an accident, how ask the officer? Say to the officer, I had an accident, I'm not hearing from you, a week gone, 2 weeks gone, a month gone. I'm not hearing from you. What is the position with my accident? Because sometimes if you don't get in on the officer, things just go underneath and just get dropped by the sideway. Yeah. And so for us, we as police officers, we need to do better. Honestly, we need to do better. But bearing in mind sometimes our circumstances when it comes to dealing with accident doesn't happen how we want it to happen. And so I would wrap up because it's way past our time now.
Yes.
And so I want to thank the general public for listening. There was some information that I did not get to put out there, but we would always come back and have conversations. And you can always call in 465-20-41, ask for the traffic department, or my contact number is 662-3240. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great week.
And that was the reason I gave you the extra time. Maybe we should continue this next week because this is very constructive.
You see how she comes here,
very constructive.
Let's go through. Yes.
And Traffic Talk
Thank you so much, Donnelly.
Traffic Talk brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. We've got Carty coming up next, part of the Sankey's Music Festival push to get your butts in the park to have a good time next week.
No, it's fast and furious. They ignoring the traffic code.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
It's new and only at ICWI, the insurance company of the West Indies. Receive free windscreen cover when you purchase your third-party policy with ICWI. You heard right, free windscreen cover with your third-party policy for only a limited time. If you're a third-party policy holder, take advantage of this limited time offer and switch to ICWI for added protection. Isn't it time you experience insurance the ICWI way? Conditions apply. Click, call, or visit ICWI today. Visit us at 1C Bird Rock Road. Call 465-8753 or ICWI.com.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Chip, chip, chip. We wanna get chip, chip, chip.
Give your little smartie the perfect smart start for their future with CHIP, the child investment plan from TVC Financial Services. Invest in your child's next step, and we know what's next is always changing.
Chip, chip, chip. We wanna get chip, chip, chip.
CHIP is a long-term plan with no minimum deposit, no monthly commitment, and you're guaranteed a special high interest rate per annum.
I want chip. I want chip too.
Visit TDC Financial Services today and get CHIP, the child investment plan, providing the best head start for every child.
Chip, chip, chip. We wanna get chip, chip, chip.
923. 923 and Island Tea. The tea house is going to become a madhouse in the next few minutes. Because we got Katie up in the building. What's up?
So we have Katie Dan, and Katie Dan is one of the artists for the upcoming St. Kitts Music Festival. And of course, this morning we're going to release, he's going to release his new track. It's the first time it's going to be released. So Win FM has the privilege of having Katie Dan here to release his track for the first time. Persons are going to hear it officially, and also, Katie Dan is now part of the core band, and so here in St. Kitts and Nevis, there's enough things happening. There's music all around. This is June. Music festival is
week after next.
Music festival is week after next.
Yeah.
Next week, actually.
Next week?
Yes. Because as I'm here talking, today is June 17th.
Oh yes, this is the 20 something. Oh my bad. Oh boy.
Music festival is really here. Wow.
It is
yes,
indeed.
It's here. And so Katie Dan, good to have you this morning.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, so how are you doing this morning? How are you feeling? It's music festival. It's basically a little over a week away. How are you feeling in relation to that?
I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling great. I mean, there's never any pressure when it comes to the stage. I'm just trying to get the set in preparation that I bring an excellent performance, an electrifying performance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And it's not the first time you've been a part of the music festival, is it?
This will be my first time as a solo career act. But I have been in the past. My first time would have been in 2008 with the Lights Out band, and my second time, my second and third time would have been with the New Vibes Band International, and then my fourth time would have been I don't know if you remember my colleague LAX. Yes. And that was me and LAX.
Which I remember. Give us a little the name of that song. I know it was a hit at the time when it was there.
Jackhammer.
Yes.
Mash up the road, but this time we're mashing up the stage.
I understand. And as you say, it's the first time that you are performing alone as a lone artist on the music festival stage. So tell me, how are your thoughts? How are you feeling as you are going to be there as a lone artist this time around?
It's a little more work that I would have to put in, of course. Me and the team has to really put a movie per se, to bring that kind of electrifying performance, because whereas when you have other people with you, it's easy to share the performance. It's easy to,
Yes.
So it's a little more work, but nevertheless, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Any challenges as you go into next week's festival while you're preparing now?
There's no challenges. We've been doing this thing for some time now, so
yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So preparations, you said preparation is different because you are now solo and things are going around in terms of, you have the buzz, you have the persons talking about music festival, you have persons looking forward for your performance. Remind persons which day you're performing.
Yes, and that will be the Thursday, which is the 27th. I'm encouraging all to come out from early. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a nice performance. We have local performers, and we have the Nevis performers as well, coming over. So it's going to be a massive vibe Thursday night. Make sure you're there early, sharp.
Mm-hmm. So you're encouraging persons to be out there.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your track. Tell us about what is to be expected. You're going to release it shortly. Yeah. We're going to hear it for the first time. You're going to perform it on the stage of Music Festival?
Definitely a little piece, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more the vintage stuff that they requested.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hear from way back. Big Chuck.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Juicy food.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
Yes.
A lot of hits as well.
What to sing?
No, not told, but requested.
Yes.
Okay.
And those are some hits. If you remember the Juicy Fruit and everything like that during the carnival season, a lot of persons would dancing, whining to that song, you understand? And so you're bringing it back for music festivals so persons could have, as you say, that vintage performance.
Yeah. Memory lane.
Memory lane, yes.
There's me here thinking I must be extremely old because I do not know anything about Juicy Fruit or Big Truck. But maybe if I hear it,
I'm sure if you hear it, you're gonna come back. You must know. So you never hear the one that you want a Juicy Fruit?
Let me sing it for.
Yes.
I want a juicy fruit, the one where ripe and cute. Me want you to bring that. Put your head down in the room. You never hear that? Look.
Maybe. But maybe.
You're not from singing it.
I haven't lived here for a little bit.
Oh, that's what.
That's why. Yeah,
definitely.
Probably that's why. I think maybe that's why. During the time that it was released, perhaps you were in.
Away.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that Juicy Fruit, and if you listen to the background music, if I could recall, that sounds like Juicy Fruit right there.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So we have Katie Dan. He is performing at the St. Kitts Music Festival. A lot of energy, a lot of hype. Everyone is excited for the St. Kitts Music Festival. He is excited. He's going to be there as a lone artist this time. He has performed previously with different bands. As we said before, Katie has joined the core band, and so. But in music festival, he's going to take advantage. He's going to perform as a lone artist. So, Katie, you said that you're going to, give us a little teaser about, the launch of your new song. Could we get a little bit about it, what it's about, before it's actually heard?
Yes. All right. Well, no doubt, it's Culturama 50. We're doing it big. The core band, you don't know. It's all about also, the fetes, the queen shows, the long jam, the different things, that makes up Culturama. So this year there is a code. Core band decided there's a code.
There's a code.
What is the code?
What is the code? That is the question.
The code is not code black. It's not code white, but it's code 50. Everything has a code.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this year, the title of the song is called Code 50. It surrounds around the whole 50 years of Culturama. And also stepping out fresh for the 50th year. And you'll let the song talk for yourself and see where I'm going with this.
Okay, so I already know that, Jamster should have that music already. And so if we're ready to hear it for the first time, and you say it's talking about the code?
Well, it's Code 50, that's the name of the song, but when you listen to the song, you'll understand what I'm saying.
No problem, no problem. I'm sure a lot of persons are anxiously awaiting, to hear this song, Code 50. Yeah. You understand? We're talking about Culturama 50. It's all in the air. There are a number of performances to be had for Culturama 50. There is going to be the pageants. There's going to be the Juve Long Jam. There's going to be, so many things
Calypso
for culture.
shows.
Calypso, yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, Carnival again. You're getting a little dose of the, what they say, the hottest summer lime coming from Nevis.
And for the 50th year, we always step out fresh. So that's the concept.
That's good. So Jamster, okay. So we're just gonna give a little bit more time, a little more time before we give you that code
it's so
50.
Fresh,
yes.
It doesn't want to.
Yes. So it is. We're going to have that really right now. So we're going to have that soon. We could just say, those persons who are waiting, just hold your breath a little bit more. We're going to have that song, and then you'll be bumping and dancing to it as soon as it's released here this morning. So Katie, based on all of your performances, this is Culturama 50. It's music festival. How has it been for you? I must imagine that it has been extremely, extremely busy.
Tireless. Tired like a dog.
One thing about that expression, we always say tired like a dog. And I wonder, do we actually know how tired dogs are?
Actually, we never really see them tired.
Yes.
I mean, do dogs even do any work? Dogs?
They bark. They keep the yard safe. But then they do, dogs do sometimes act tired because when they lie down there in the sun and they're taking a nap, and then sometimes you see they open one eye when they hear
but that's for seconds. Do they really be tired?
But that expression never, every time I hear that expression.
Never gets old. So Katie, while we wait for the song to be played, I have a question. What do you hope are the outcomes of this year's performance on the music festival? Are you hoping to catch the eye of maybe international scouts that just might be there attending? Or what are you hoping for?
Yes, definitely. Hoping for that buzz and that awareness from the crowd and from the international artists, you know. Just put on a good show, more or less, and to create jobs in the future, create, you know, links.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of vibe.
Definitely. How has it been for you as an artist in terms of, as Kortensia indicated, you know, branching out, you said creating links. How has it been as an artist here in St. Nevis and really to foster that regional and international approach or stage? How has it been for you in terms of getting there?
Definitely, nothing comes easy. You have to put in the work, you know. Reaching out to certain people, sometimes you get a positive vibe, sometimes you get a negative vibes. But that just means you have to keep trying hard or keep knocking on the door until it actually breaks down, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but nevertheless, it's always a challenge regardless, you know. You have to just put in the work and prove that, you know, you're capable.
Yes.
Okay, tell me if you know this one. She probably wasn't here at the time.
Yeah, she probably
because I don't know that one either. I'm like, oh my gosh, I definitely was not.
That was huge.
Well, this one actually is the only song from St. Kitts that holds an OECS crown.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so coming up OECS crown. That's
and that's you alone, or that's you with a band?
no, well, the same guy I told you, LAX.
Yes.
Yeah, we created a group called Combine Elite. We were solo artists entering the Soca Acts. So we won in St. Kitts, and then we were challenged to participate in the OECS one. And surprisingly, we won. Coming in at first. Yeah, I say surprisingly because if I talk about that experience, trust me, like we pulled and we pulled number one, the one spot. That's like the worst spot to perform in Soca if you know.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to bring the energy right up. Everybody's judging you. You know, you set the bar.
Exactly, because the others behind are going to be looking to see.
Then we are coming up against people from Grenada who's professional, St. Lucia. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. That was a task.
But you know, once you're coming from St. Kitts and Nevis, you got something special there already.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's
yes.
good. So congratulations on that one.
Respect.
Yes. Also, too, Jamsa, while you're playing that, maybe we could, for Kortensia to hear better, maybe you had the Juicy Fruit one?
That's New Vibes. That's when he was with New Vibes.
Yeah.
I'm going to see. I'm going to have it. Oh,
okay.
God, please don't tell. No, don't. No. Oh, Lord.
No.
Okay. Go ahead, Kay. Go ahead, Salam Kay.
Oh, okay. You were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying it.
So what we're going to do, right? We're going to take a little break. Ketty Dan is here, and we're going to come back with the live, the live release of his music. So we'll take a short break and get back to you.
Yeah, well, let me just check.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WIN FM.
Magnum, My brand. Everybody put your magnum in the air now. From you a drink magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot magnum when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a magnum for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Nevis, anybody home? Now this is the story all about how the
Okay, so we are back, and I think, you know, we have already started playing the new track, and he's talking about the core band. You hear the little reference as it's, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference.
You're on, fresh.
Yes.
I think I saw something on social media where
okay, she's here with us. She's here with us.
Long jam, everybody's gonna have on something that's marked with the fresh logo.
I hope you're trying to sign up. Though,
I don't know Corey.
Experience.
I don't know Corey comes up with this stuff sometimes.
So we are here, we're back, and we're with Katie Dan, and the release of the song, it's called what? 50. Yes. So, Jamster, we're all ears, we're waiting here now to hear the full playing of the music. Run the rhythm, run the track.
Now this is the story all about how the core band came and mashed downtown. And I like to take a minute just to sit right there. I watch the people start to roll, so put them hand in the air. When we step in on that, I don't do fair money. When we step in on that, what? We big and bold, right on the road. We celebrating culture, I'm a 50 years old. From since I was a child, we travel many miles. A festive jubilee
Well, that's Cold 50.
Everything fresh, right, Jam Store? Everything fresh.
Yeah.
We got it fresh too.
Well, I'm kind of biased, so maybe I should reserve judgment because I'm biased when it comes to the core.
You have you have a soft spot for the core band.
So is this song gonna be be competing for road march in Nevis?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything coming fresh.
Everything coming fresh. Yeah. We got it first, so we got it fresh.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the brand new single. As well as I tell you, look out for it. On the music festival, it's gonna be everything fresh as well, becoming hard. We're bringing all tracks from way back, fresh tracks. You know what I mean? So make sure you're there, man.
Yes. Full disclosure, I had this since last week. Just haven't
You
had
did
time.
Jamster?
Yeah.
Jamster, so you had the inside scoop.
Inside scoop. So you know what he say he's biased about.
No, I had it, but I just didn't have time, and you know, because I use Macs and hear something different.
Yes.
I have to now go and convert it for it to play on WINNMedia Family
We could use Apple.
So we have music festival giveaway. So yes, we have music festival giveaway. We have tickets, and so we want to invite Janelle. She could make her way inside to the studio, so we could have some giveaway of music festival tickets. You know, we're doing everything fresh in here at Win FM and Island Tea. We're drinking our tea fresh. You understand? Yes.
Did you finish?
No, actually isn't, you know.
Oh, okay.
I have to get you a cup.
Yes. You have to get him a cup of this fresh tea. You understand? We're going for the cups. They have been cleaned fresh.
Yes. That is it.
Yes. So we got Janelle here now. Welcome, Janelle. And we want to say good morning to you. Yes. All sponsy, all, beautifully adorned this morning. Welcome to Island Tea. We have everything here this morning. Fresh. And we also have some giveaways for the St. Kitts Music Festival. So persons who are here, who are listening, Island Tea, through Janelle, we're having giveaways. So we want you to listen. There are going to be some questions asked, and listen for your opportunity to win music festival tickets. I'm sure many of you already have your outfits already set. You already have everything going to look fresh. So we are welcoming you now. This is your opportunity for you to win those tickets. So those tickets are here, and we want you to have that opportunity to win. Yes, Janelle.
Okay, good morning.
Yes.
So this morning we want to give away about 2 music festival tickets. And our first question is, can you list all of the platinum sponsors? Can you give us all of the platinum sponsors?
So the platinum sponsors for the St. Kitts Music Festival this year, guys, if you're listening, list them and you get a ticket. You don't want to miss out this opportunity to win. You could put the monies that you'll have put to buy your tickets towards your attire or even refreshments. So ensure that you answer this question so you could get that free ticket. So everything is fresh this morning. We have that tea and it's fresh. It's without sugar, Everything is fresh here on Island Tea. So you're keeping it very vibes up and fresh. So Janelle, give that question again. So persons who may be listening, guys, get your opportunity. This for you to win a ticket.
Okay, so let me ask it. I'll ask that question again and then the second question.
Yes.
So that person's can, have the answer. Can you tell us the platinum sponsors for this year's music festival, as well as let us know what year of music festival we are celebrating this year?
Yes, guys, it's your opportunity to win here.
I guess we can play, huh?
I know these would have been
so. I want to play all so badly.
Yeah, I know, right?
We can't
It would have been such a golden opportunity to win that ticket. So, guys, everyone who's out there and you're listening to Island Tea, you don't want to miss this opportunity to win this music festival ticket. It's your opportunity. Call in. So many people call in about different issues. This is your opportunity to win something here via compliments the St. Kitts Music Festival. So we're asking, the year, which year is it now for the St. Kitts Music Festival? Also, the platinum sponsors for the St. Kitts Music Festival this year. Platinum sponsors, and also which year are we celebrating for the St. Kitts Music Festival? Don't want to miss this year, guys. It's an opportunity for you to, put that money that you would have used towards the ticket into purchasing something fresh. Yes.
And we go to the phone lines. It's 9:48. Caller, go right ahead. Give it a shot.
The answer, the second answer is 50 years.
Sorry, you're wrong. That's not correct.
Yeah, we're not talking about Culturama. We're talking about, the St. Kitts Music Festival. Yes, but Carla, we appreciate the fact that you've tried. We love everyone who tries. We appreciate you. And so thank you for calling.
Back to the phone lines. Caller, go right ahead.
Hi, good morning.
Good
morning.
To answer the call about the sponsors, so Tropical, I think it's Marriott, I think its name is Angola National Bank, Carib, and Skellig, and Ministry of Tourism.
Okay, so is that your final answer?
Could you repeat that one more time for us?
So Skellig, I think its name is Marriott Resort, Tropical, the National Bank, think it's Ministry of think it's Tourism, and Carib.
Yes, you're correct, caller.
Congratulations.
Wonderful. So,
thank you.
Jamsa, you'll take the number off here.
Caller, just hang on for a bit. I'll come and get the number.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
So we have a lucky winner.
Congratulations. And now she has taken, what I would have considered the harder of the two questions, the more difficult one. So now this one here, we have 111. Generally, want to repeat what the question is?
Can you tell us which year of music festival we are celebrating this year, 2024?
Yes, guys, this one here, the more difficult question has already been answered. So this is your opportunity to answer this one, You don't want to miss this. You want to come into the music festival fresh, so you don't have to worry about your ticket. All you have to do is worry about putting that money towards, your attire. Also, if you want to buy drinks on the night or whatever.
Okay, we're gonna have to ask that caller to call back because the call got dropped. So the winner, the first winner, if you can give me a call back, so we can get you can get your info. But we have another number here. I don't know if this is gonna be the person who won first or someone taking a stab at the new question. Okay. On to the next. Caller, go right ahead.
36 years.
Sorry, caller, you're incorrect.
She said 36?
From that.
She said 36?
That's way too much.
Yeah, that's way too much. Yes. Come on, guys. You don't want to miss this opportunity. It's not as high as 36.
Back to the phone lines. Caller, go right ahead.
Even with the years missing, I don't think you would have gotten to 30 just yet, right? Yeah.
Caller, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
I know the answer, guys, but I can't share it because I won't win the ticket.
Hello, caller. we can hardly hear you, caller. Could you change your position, maybe?
Say it louder.
26.
And we have a winner.
Yes, 26.
26.
Yep, 26 years. 26 indeed.
So please speak to Jamstar off air so we could get your name and number and so you could be awarded your music festival ticket.
You could come right here to Win FM and pick up your ticket.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. It has been such a wonderful experience this morning. We're talking about the St. Kitts Music Festival. We're talking about Katie Dan and his performance, not only at the St. Kitts Music Festival, but also Culturama. Culturama 50. We had Janelle also here in the studio, and she gave away some tickets,
If I had known, I would have given her a Culturama ticket, but it's kind of late. Next time.
So she left them with a teaser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next time
But we're coming back. We're going to be back.
We'll have some Culturama tickets to give away as well.
No problem. Yes. So, guys, Island Tea is the place that it's at. If you're looking for that, free tickets to these persons, you have to listen. You have to listen, and you have to be tuned in daily at Island Tea. Thank you so much to Janelle through the St. Kitts Music Festival for offering those tickets, and to the Culturama team who will be offering tickets as well. Thank you so much. Kortensia, is there anything that you want to say?
I was just looking at you saying free tickets. Couldn't we have used the next word?
Sponsored tickets.
And a good incentive, because we're the freshest show on the block.
Yeah, the freshest.
You listen and you win.
Yeah, listen and win.
Yeah.
At Win FM.
We win all the time.
Yes, keep winning. Yeah. And as we continue, we have Money Matters next, and we have with Dr. Terrence Martin. And so we want to persons who are listening to Island Tea, don't go anywhere, because at 10 a.m. you're going to have Money Matters, and money really matter. You understand, especially right now. Yes. So, any lasting words that you like to leave as we conclude this segment of Island Tea and edition of Island Tea, the show?
Well, I would like to just thank you again once again for having me here on the show. It's always a pleasure. Once again, just make sure you're out in your numbers, the 27th to the 29th, of course, but especially on the 27th to see Ketty Dan rock up the stage. All right? See you there.
Yes.
Again, we want to invite everyone to come on out to the St. Kitts Music Festival this year to see Ketty Dan and all the other local artists as well as international artists perform. Tune in with us on the different local media radio stations, Win FM, of course, Freedom FM for Festival Connect every Tuesday and Thursday, as well as for Festival Junction. This weekend, we're going to be in OR, Old Road, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. We have lots of gifts, prizes, giveaways, free tickets as well, and good local entertainment.
Wonderful. So, guys, we're going to hit the road now. We have code 50. Can we have a code 50? Okay, maybe one of the vintage music from Katie, Oh, so you're way ahead of me. You're already with this music thing, Jam, so I can't even keep up with you. So we're going to hit out, we're going to sound out, and we're going to say rhythm up.
Rhythm up.
Yes.
On the road, road. This one on the road,